All right, everybody. So Marvel. Oh, let me fix my camera here. Yeah, Marvel just had their Comic Con panel, and we're just gonna go through everything that they talked about. So and showed and stuff. I mean, well, obviously we can't really see what they showed, but we're just gonna scroll through the discussing films Twitter account. Okay, I assume they have everything, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk. We're gonna discuss. You're gonna be entertained. All right. So it says here, Deadpool themed choir opens the Marvel Studios SDCC panel. So I guess we have a Deadpool dressed like Woody. Wow. Isn't that fun? Can I just say this? Again, I don't want to come off as a curmudgeon. The whole LFG thing is cringe. Can we all agree on this? Do we all agree about on this? The LFG thing is kind of cringe. Like what? I don't. It's not that big of a like it. It just it oozes. Well, look at us. We're so edgy. Oh, we're an R-rated movie. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I am a curmudgeon. I don't know. Oh, look at all the Deadpool. Oh my gosh, Bob Ross Deadpool. That was in one of the. That was. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry. I forgot to turn on the audio. We'll restart that. Wow, look at this. Isn't this wonderful? I forgot they used Bob Ross Deadpool to market one of the Deadpool movies. Okay, well that was cute. Um, see, Kevin Feige is now on the Hall H stage with the panel's moderator, Rob Delaney. Feige says they're focusing on three movies mainly in this panel. Okay. A few years ago, Tom Holland made a joke about not having a Falcon movie, says Rob Delaney. I said I don't have a movie, but you're not 5'11, says Anthony Mackie. Don't we all love this rivalry that they have or something? I actually do remember this. Kevin Feige says Captain America Brave New World is a return to the grounded aspects of the Winter Soldier. So like they keep on saying this and they keep on reiterating this, yet the villain of the film is the leader, who is a guy with a giant green head. Red Hulk is in it as well. So I mean they can keep on saying this, but I don't based on everything we know, it just doesn't really seem to be the case, but okay. The cast of Captain America Brave New World coming out on stage. All right, let's watch this, I guess. Restart. Whoa, woo, woo! Comic-Con, woo! Oh my gosh. What was that delay? Well, look at those handsome boys. Okay. Tim Blake Nelson teases they have written a great story for the leader in Captain America Brave New World. It's been 16 years. Tell us about him now. I can't say much. No spoilers. I want them to bring me back. Oh. Okay, so Tim Blake Nelson is like teasing that that he wants to come back after Captain America Brave New World. I mean, that is kind of a spoiler because that kind of means that he doesn't die. Although to be fair, this is the Marvel fake death universe. I mean, even if you die, you can pop up through a portal somewhere. So that's interesting, though. I mean, that is indicating that he won't die. Giancarlo Esposito will star as Sidewinder, the king of the Serpent Society, in Captain America: Brave New World. Yeah, so this is also interesting because I remember like there were like old set photos from before there were they did all the reshoots where Seth Rollins was playing somebody in the Serpent Society. And then it kind of seemed like maybe they were like they were like cutting out the Serpent Society from the movie due to all the reshoots. But now apparently Giancarlo Esposito is playing the leader of the Serpent Society. So maybe Seth Rollins is still going to be in it. Who the hell knows? But yeah, I guess that's cool. Let's actually pull up a picture of Sidewinder or whatever. Sidewinder. Oh, that's a type of snake. That's fun. This guy, well, it seems to be like an actual lizard monster, which Giancarlo Esposito is not. So I guess they're just not really going with whatever's going on here. That's interesting. All right. A clip from Captain America Brave New World shows Harrison Ford's Thunderbolt Ross directly talking about the Celestial coming out of the Earth. So yeah, it definitely seems like, I mean, it seemed very clear, but this is like basically confirmation that we do in fact see the Celestial in the Captain America Brave New World trailer. So glad that we're finally addressing it. Adamantium will be introduced in the MCU, with Celestials being made out of them. All right, there we go. Here we go. So, if this is really interesting, the implications of this. If we're going to be introducing the X-Men into like the Earth 616 MCU, then that means that Wolverine can't, like, he won't have had the adamantium in it. Because if the adamantium is coming from the Celestial, then if Wolverine exists in the MCU, which is possible, right? Then he would have been exclusively Bone-Clawed Wolverine. And then we'll see him go through the Weapon X program in the MCU. But then again, I mean, they might, like, the MCU might be, or the X-Men movie might be in another universe, or like after Secret Wars, it could all be rejingled or whatever. But I don't think it's a coincidence that, or like I don't not that it's not a coincidence, but like I feel like it doesn't mean, it has to mean something that adamantium is coming from the Celestials. And the fact that like adamantium is being introduced now, like that has to mean something, right? I don't know. We'll see. Harrison Ford turns into Red Hulk right in front of the White House whilst giving a speech in Captain America Brave New World. Now, is he going on a rampage while doing that, or is he turning into Red Hulk and then continuing to give a speech? That'd be hilarious if he was just like, hey, don't worry, guys. It's all good. We're all cool. I'm just more comfortable this way. I don't know. There's a moment in the trailer when Red Hulk is, or not when Red Hulk, but when the White House is getting destroyed. So that does kind of hint towards, Thunderbolt Ross turning into Red Hulk and then going berserk. I'm just so fascinated how they're going to handle this, because clearly at some point Sam Wilson throws the shield at Red Hulk. What exactly happens after that moment? I don't know. Okay. I would have grown a mustache if I had been asked. Harrison Ford on starring in Captain America Brave New World. Well, that's my theory, right? My theory is that my theory was that they asked Harrison Ford to grow a mustache, and he simply said, no, fuck off. And then they were like, yes, sir, Harrison. But it seems like he's refuting that. Do I believe him? Not especially, to be honest with you. Anyways, Harrison Ford walks onto the Hall H stage doing Red Hulk mannerisms. Okay, well, we gotta watch this. Oh, somebody's there. Oh, you know what? I think I saw that. I think on Anthony Mackie's phone is the director, Julius Ona, because I think he had COVID. I saw that tweet earlier. What is happening? You know what? I feel like ever since like the Disney era of Star Wars, Harrison Ford has become a happier person. Because I feel like ever since the Disney era of Star Wars, he doesn't seem to hate Star Wars as much. By the way, this isn't me trying to justify the Disney era of Star Wars or say that it's good. Just to be clear, it's just an observation that I'm making about Harrison Ford. He seems to not be as jaded about this stuff, and he's just like coming out and having fun, you know. So I love that for him. You know what I mean? Okay. I'm proud to become a member of the Marvel Universe. I've been watching fantastic actors having a good time, and I wanted a piece of that. Okay. Do I believe that Harrison Ford has ever seen a Marvel movie? No, I don't, actually. But I also can't I can't prove that. So we're gonna have to be at a stalemate here, Harrison. David Harbour is dressed as the Red Guardian for the Thunderbolts part of this panel. Guys, I sent that email, and we all said we were gonna dress up because it was Comic-Con. Oh my! Oh, look at this! Look at the hilarious jape that they did on David Harbour. Oh my gosh! So he's dressed as Red Guardian. I feel like this is a different costume. Hold on. Red Guardian. Yum. That was bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is a different costume. Or is it? No, yeah, it is. Okay, so we're getting our first look at the new costume. That's interesting. Harrison Ford hulking out on the Hall H stage. Ew, this is so. Oh wait, can you guys see this? Yeah, I think you can. Okay. The Thunderbolts cast on on stage at SDCC. All right, so let's zoom in. Twitter's so annoying because you can't like really zoom in. Hold on, I think we'll do this actually. We can hold on. I'll set this up. Give me one moment. Okay, so I think that from left to right, you have Kevin Feige. I want to say that's probably the director. This girl over here is a ghost. I mean, after that is I believe that's the guy that's playing Sentry. There's another girl here. Who would that be? Because I know there's Ghost. She's in it. Those two girls, one of them is Ghost. I don't know who the other person is. That's John Walker, right? The fake Captain America from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's Val. She's been in a bunch of post Endgame projects. She's like the evil Nick Fury, if you remember. Obviously, there's Florence Pugh. What's her character's name? Black Widow's sister, Yelena. And then yeah, that's obviously Bucky there. Okay, yeah, one of them is Ghost, and the other is Taskmaster. I forgot that Taskmaster was in this movie. Not gonna lie. Okay, yeah, that is the cast. That's the joy of watching them together, is that they don't play well together. Florence Pugh, on the team dynamic of Thunderbolts. What are they? Some kind of Suicide Squad? Sebastian Stan says that Florence Pugh is the standout of Thunderbolts. I mean, obviously, like their chemistry is that's gonna be what's selling the movie, right? Like, let's be for real, no cap on a stack. You know what I'm saying? Um, like that. These two are gonna be the main like sells of the movie. Just when I think my nerdy life can't get more complete, I hear Harrison Ford say adamantium. That's hilarious. Wait, so I guess Harrison Ford said something about adamantium. That's stupid. It's like having 9 lives. How many are left? Sebastian Stan on playing Bucky for so long. That's interesting. Oh yeah, I guess he's just talking about. Oh, is this a clip from the movie, from Thunderbolts, or is this like a screenshot of the movie? Huh. Oh, you know what? I think I saw. Yeah, I think they showed footage of Thunderbolts, or not of Thunderbolts, of Brave New World, and yeah, I think there's in the film, Thaddeus says something about adamantium. First trailer for Thunderbolts shown to SDCC audience. Yelena visits Red Guardian's apartment, calls him dad, says that she has found that the only reason for her to live is killing others. Well, that seems dark. Why, what's the deal with that? Ghost has a new costume. Wow. That so exciting. All of the Thunderbolts are individually assigned to the same job, but it's a setup. I mean, it really is just a Suicide Squad, isn't it? It really is. Truly is. Okay. Fantastic Four is next with Matt Shakman on the SDCC stage. Fantastic Four begins filming on Tuesday. Fantastic Four is described as set in a retro future of the 60s. Yeah, so I think Kevin Feige explicitly said that a couple months ago. But so it's also it's been confirmed that Fantastic Four is going to take place in another universe. It's not going to take place in the Earth 616 mainline MCU universe, which is very interesting, and I'm definitely excited to, because you know what, one of my main complaints about recent MCU movies is just how bland they all look. I'm really hoping we get something special with the look of this movie, especially. Oh. Matt Shakman says they went to the desert to find the best type of rock to make the thing out of. That seems a bit excessive, I'm not going to lie. Pre-shoot material of Fantastic Four is being shown. Shot in 4:3. Huh. Pedro Pascal has an old school accent as Reed Richards teaching a science class. Wait, so they've already filmed stuff? What does that mean? So they actually showed footage of Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards? I don't know what pre-shoot footage means. Like, is that stuff that's not going to be in the movie, but they just shot like as an part of the audition process? I genuinely don't know. The Fantastic Car is an old Cadillac that looks straight out of the Jetsons. I guess this is the car, right? Okay, interesting. It definitely looks like retro-futuristic. Fantastic Four is titled The Fantastic Four First Steps. I wonder if that's like an illusion of them going into space or something like that. I mean, I think it makes sense that it has a subtitle, because I don't know that you want to call yet another Fantastic Four movie just Fantastic Four. And then we have to be like, hey, what did you think about Fantastic Four? And then you have to clarify if it's like the 2005 movie or the 2014 movie. When I think the second Fantastic Four came out in 2014, or the 2025 movie? Yeah, 5 movie. Michael Giacchino will compose the score for the Fantastic Four? Excuse me, the guy who composed the greatest superhero score of all time, The Batman, is going to be composing the score for Fantastic Four? The cast of Fantastic Four on stage at SDCC. Okay, let's yeah. So I'm assuming that's Matt Shackman there on the left. Obviously Kevin Feige. That is the next guy is Eben Moss Backrack. He's in The Bear. He's playing Ben Grimm. Then that guy is Eddie Munson from Stranger Things. He was also in A Quiet Place Day One. He's playing Johnny Storm. The blonde lady, I think we can all assume, is playing Sue Storm. She is she's been in a bunch of things. She's Vanessa Kirby. I mean, she's been in like Mission Impossible, like Hobbs and Shaw. You know, but she's like a well-known actress. And then Pedro Pascal, obviously, Mandalorian, Joel from The Last of Us. He's playing Reed Richards. You can already see his hair is very Reed Richardsy, so that's interesting. Early footage of Galactus in Fantastic Four showed his face peering through a building. Very clearly a giant cosmic entity. Yeah, so that's interesting, right? Because Galactus was in the first... Well, no, Galactus was in the second Fantastic Four movie, right? And they made him a smoke cloud. Because the studio executives, they were cowards. They were like, you can't have a giant man. Well, guess what? MCU's doing it. We're getting a giant man. So we'll see. Matt Shackman and I have known each other for 25 years. And we had the same talent manager... and he almost became my roommate in 1999, but he saw the place and said no. Oh my gosh, so funny jokes. So yeah, interesting that Pedro and Matt Shackman know each other. We're the only Brits in the cast, so we're going to... Oh, excuse me. We're the only Brits in the cast, so we're going to make everyone go to the pub since we're filming in London. Vanessa Kirby on how her and Joseph Quinn are building their sibling bond for Fantastic Four. How wonderful. Okay, so this is Joseph Quinn. We're all going to work very hard to bring a feeling of a family to this film. I don't think I've laughed so much in a rehearsal period before. Joseph Quinn and Vanessa Kirby on starting work for Fantastic Four. Okay, here's an interesting one. The Fantastic Four will appear in both upcoming Avengers films. So that's basically confirmation that there is going to be multiverse involved in Avengers 5. Which, I mean... by the way, I've been spoiled on a lot of this stuff, so I'm not reading all of this fresh, but... with the whole thing of like, oh, are we done with Kang? I feel like there was some question, right, as far as whether or not Avengers 5 was going to involve the multiverse. Very much will now. I mean, if the Fantastic Four are showing up. The Fantastic Car is flying in Hall H right now and will pick up the cast. Wait, what? they're gonna get into the car. They got into the car and then flew away? That's very funny, actually. The Russo brothers are set to direct Avengers 5 and Avengers Secret Wars. Yeah, so I know I saw that they came out on stage. I mean, here's the thing, right? The Russo brothers, obviously, they're 4 for 4 in the MCU, right? They directed Captain America the Winter Soldier, they directed Captain America Civil War, and they directed Infinity War and Endgame. So, in some senses, it's like the safe bet to bring them back. But there was like reason to believe that they wouldn't come back, right? That Marvel wouldn't want them. Because at the end of the day, the reality is that post Endgame, they haven't really directed a hit movie. At least quality wise. They directed a bunch of Netflix movies. I think they directed that movie with Chadwick Boseman that I believe bombed in the movie theaters. But yeah, there was that that police detective movie with Chadwick Boseman that apparently wasn't good. I didn't watch it. They directed that Cherry movie with Tom Holland that apparently wasn't good. I didn't watch it. They directed The Gray Man, which was awful. they just they haven't directed like a really well received movie since Avengers Endgame. Now, the reality is that if you actually watch Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, they're not like the most amazing films ever, right? They're just like competently they're just like they almost act as like season finales to a big television show where they very competently put together the finale of the television series that was the MCU. So like I think like a big reason for their success, to be honest, is the fact that they were working with Kevin Feige. Like I feel like the Avengers or the Russo brothers and their post Endgame career is probably the biggest testament of all of how important Kevin Feige is for the quality of the MCU movies. So all in all, I can understand why they wouldn't be brought back, but I think it's safe and I think it's smart to do so. Oh, so the fantastic car flying in Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con. This is very cute. I feel like we're also listening to the score as well, right? Oh yeah, hold on. If you look in the background, you also get to see the like the futuristic 60s architecture, which is very cool as well. Wow. All right, cute. The Russo brothers on the San Diego Comic-Con stage to talk about their Avengers films. Those certainly are the Russo brothers. Joe and I truly believed that was the end of us for the MCU because we had to put all our passion and love into those past films. They're obviously talking about Endgame. New logo for Avengers Secret Wars. So it's red, you know? It's a bit of a darker red than Infinity War. But red nonetheless. I don't know if there's like a red villain, a specifically red villain, or if that indicates anything. Okay, so here we get a more official thing. Official logo for Avengers Secret Wars. Yeah, I don't know if this indicates anything. It's May 2027. Avengers Doomsday is the title for Avengers 5. Who could that be alluding to? Okay, well, there are a bunch of Doomsday guys down there. Look at all the Doomsday guys. So obviously, Doctor Doom is going to be the villain of the next Avengers movie. Robert Downey Jr. will star as Doctor Doom in Avengers Doomsday. Yep, so there we go. Here's the thing, man. This sounds so dumb. It's like, by the way, one thing that I haven't made myself clear on, hopefully it gets clarified here soon, is Robert Downey Jr. just like playing Victor Von Doom? Or is Robert Downey Jr. playing like a Tony Stark variant that becomes Doctor Doom? If it's a Tony Stark variant from another universe that becomes Doctor Doom, I actually don't hate that. Because what that basically means is that the villain of Avengers 5, sure, it's Doctor Doom, but it really is just Tony Stark, right? Like a Tony Stark that went evil. That could actually be kind of cool. But if it's like Tony Stark playing Victor Von Doom, just like that's so weird, and it seems desperate, is what it seems like, if we're being honest. I don't know. Robert Downey Jr. on stage as Doctor Doom. New mask, same task. What is the task? Exactly. Yeah, and apparently he had a big moment where he like stood up and he like took off the mask. He was like, "It's me, Robert Downey Jr." Okay. The reveal of Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom. Okay, let's watch it. Oh my gosh! Woo! Comic-Con! Woo! Yeah, and it's interesting, right? Because like, will it be another Thanos situation where he'll be the villain in both Avengers 5 and Avengers Secret Wars? I don't know. IDK. I do not K. The next two Avengers movies, Avengers Doomsday, May 2026. Avengers Secret Wars, May 2027. Robert Downey Jr. stars as Doctor Doom. So yeah, and then obviously the other big thing to note is that they're officially... Kang will not be the main villain in Avengers Doomsday. Does that mean he won't show up? Not necessarily. But he's not going to be the main villain. What I tell you, I like playing complicated characters. That's code for, yeah, they're paying me ungodly amounts of money. Official logo for Avengers Doomsday. Okay, I guess I'll bring that up. Wow, look at the logo. Isn't it amazing? The reveal of Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor... Okay, we already saw that. Oh, I actually did see this. This is really funny. So this is somebody trying to guess who it is before the reveal. I don't know if you heard that, but he was like, Jared Leto. They got Jared Leto to play him. Anthony Mackie's reaction to Robert Downey Jr. starring as Doctor Doom. I better kill him first. I get first dibs to knock him off. Isn't that funny? Wow, Anthony Mackie's so charming, isn't he? Harrison Ford on what it took to do the mocap for Red Hulk. It took not caring. It took being an idiot for money, which I've done before. But it was fun. Wow. Don't you love how dedicated he is to his craft? I mean, I'm sure it'll be good, don't get me wrong. The next Avengers films are revealed. Doomsday and Secret Wars. Robert Downey Jr. will play Doctor Doom. The Russo brothers will direct both films. Fantastic Four will appear in both films. Stephen McFeely will be writing Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. He co-wrote Endgame and Infinity War. Okay, let's see what are his credits. Let's see. So he wrote on a bunch of these movies. Oh, he wrote on The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. You Kill Me. I don't know. Oh, he also wrote Prince Caspian. I don't think I ever watched The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. I don't think I ever watched that one. Okay, he was one of the writers on Captain America, The First Avenger, Pain and Gain, Thor: The Dark World, Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame. Uh-oh. The Gray Man. Oh, no. Oh, no. The Electric State. That's like that's the Russo brothers' next movie. And then, yeah, he's... So, interesting. So, it says Stephen McFeely only is writing Doomsday and Secret Wars. I mean, that's kind of interesting, right? Because, you know, you feel like most of the time, they're like Marvel movies have like 15 writers. So, we'll see. First footage of Fantastic Four was shown at SDCC. Filmed in 4:3 aspect ratio. Is that like implying that the movie is going to be in 4:3 aspect ratio? Reed Richards is a science teacher with the Thing on a retro dating show. Fantastic Four to go to space and encounter Galactus. Okay, that's new information there. So yeah, I think the first steps is kind of an indication that's like hinting at them going into space. Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. What do you look at that? Exclusive footage of Captain America: Brave New World was shown. The Celestial is made of adamantium, with many governments wanting it. Okay, so that's interesting. President Ross becomes the Red Hulk at a podium at the White House. Pedro Pascal says seeing himself in costume as Mr. Fantastic was the start of a journey. It was really cool, and I think there's something that happens to you when you look into a mirror and feel the reference of it all. Interesting. All right, so that's it. Yeah, I mean, a lot of interesting stuff. I really liked all of the new information about like Fantastic Four. I think that's definitely a highlight. Obviously Brave New World was really cool, getting to see the Celestial. Like, that's great. I feel like Thunderbolts was kind of a like, okay, whatever. And then yeah, obviously like everything having to do with Avengers, getting the Russo brothers back, that was pretty crazy. Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom is the most just like out of left field. I mean, it's been like rumored, but it's one of those rumors where it's like that's not real. You're just yapping, but it turned out to be real. So I don't know. Maybe I should look into who was initially reporting that. Actually, I think it was Jeff Schneider. Actually, now that I remember. But yeah. Good stuff, I guess. We'll see. D23 is actually in a couple of weeks. So one of the things that were noticeably not there was a bunch of TV stuff. They didn't talk about Agatha. They didn't talk about Daredevil. They didn't talk about Spider-Man Freshman Year, which is coming out this year, I believe, still. They also didn't talk about Eyes of Wakanda. There's a bunch of stuff that they didn't talk about. So, yeah, definitely expect more stuff in a couple weeks at D23. So, but yeah, let me know what you think of everything that they talked about today. Actually, just a couple of other stuff they didn't talk about. They didn't touch on Shang-Chi 2. They didn't touch on Blade. They didn't touch on like a Doctor Strange 3, Thor 5. They didn't address at all. So we'll see if any of that gets addressed at D23. But we'll see. We shall see. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.